Zombies are to Savannah what vampires are to New Orleans. Hi, my name is Enika. I'm a lover of all things Savannah, Georgia, and spooky. And for the 13 Fridays of summer, each Friday I'm going over a different, true, spooky, and sometimes disturbing fact about the hostess city. Occasionally during my lives or during my in person ghost tours, people ask me if Savannah has any vampire legends. And I have to explain that we just don't have the history here in Savannah that New Orleans does that lends itself to vampire legends. We do not have the Casquette girls and Ursuline convent here, and try as some may have. We've never had an author set a vampire story in Savannah like Anne Rice did with New Orleans. But we do have history and fiction that aligns with zombies here. There's a joke amongst historians in Savannah that people have a tendency to move around more after death than they did in life. And it's a joke that's kind of true. Because we've had so many cemeteries close and families relocate their loved ones to newer cemeteries, yes, people have moved around. But did you know that sometimes skeletal remains also relocate themselves here? The soil content in Savannah is very sandy, and sand will shift and move with time, and it will take things like skeletal remains with it. If someone was buried in a shroud or in a wooden coffin, over time all of that deteriorates, and yes, the skeletal remains can move. We do also have ties to zombies in media. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, well, yeah, a lot of the first season takes place in Atlanta. There was a video game that was developed that partially took place in Savannah. If you were a fan of Fear the Walking Dead, the last season of the show actually filmed here. And if you're a fan of cheesy horror movies, the mockbuster Abraham Lincoln vs. Zombies also filmed here in Savannah, and it was set here as well. So the next time you're walking past Colonial Park Cemetery after dark or past our bars, remember that you don't have to worry about vampires here, but you may have to keep an eye out for zombies.